Well, children, are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Queen with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Queen, come on and spill the tea. Hey Queen, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Queen, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey. Hey Queen.
Yes. Hello, my gorgeous gay babies, and welcome to another hilarious episode of Hey Qween with me, your host, Jonny McGovern. Oh, it feels so good to be here today because we have a very sexy gentleman here who is very blessed in the boner department. And every boner is what?
A blessing!
That's right, a blessing. But before we bring him out, there's another blessing I have to introduce. She's my dollar menu diva. She fell off the top of the gorgeous tree and hit every branch on the way down. She's the Pillsbury Doughboy's girlfriend, and the Pillsbury Doughboy is a thug. It's Miss Lady Red Couture. Hey, Qween.
Hey, Queen!
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
Oh, I'm looking at you and looking how gorgeous you look in your red hair.
You are so sweet. Thank you. It is amazing what a can of spray can do.
Oh, is that your beauty tip and secret for the gals today?
Oh, of course, yes.
Customize your wig with spray in a can. Well, it looks good. Whatever it is, it looks good.
Well, thank you, Thomasina.
And you are also still wearing the shortest skirts known to man.
I would like to pretend I'm a whore. You know what I mean? It's great. It's a theme.
Well, it's certainly a theme today, darling. We have Boomer Banks on the show today.
I got a roll of cash waiting over there at the couch.
Oh, you?
Baby, I'll show you later.
Oh, yeah? You got a roll of cash?
Because that's the only way. You got to pimp it. You can't just be handing no dollars and shit.
No.
You got to have a roll. Be like, hey, look at this chunk. Like that.
I like that idea, Lady Red.
Yes.
I need to get my own roll of cash.
I'm telling you.
That's very good. What am I talking about? I got my roll of cash right here, ready for some of that Boomer Banks dick.
How you doing?
How you doing? Lady Red and I had a very hookery experience the other night.
Ooh.
We went to the Cyber Socket Awards.
Yes, we did.
Just a little circle to see what was going around.
Yes, they had all kind of stuff there.
They did. All kind of stuff being a lot of hookers.
A lot of hookers. Did you see the box they had with the medical, I mean, not the medical.
The medical?
The mechanical dildo?
What?
Just waiting on the bed. It was interesting.
Oh, it was just like a scene that was set up just waiting for somebody to do something?
It was like me laying there under the bed with my dick out.
Oh, my Lady Red. Unfortunately, Lady Red and I got there for the least exciting categories, which were like best billing.
Right.
Like I was like, ooh, Lady Red, maybe we came at a good time. And they're like, and the winner is CC Bill. We're like, all right, CC Bill.
Yes,
CC Bill.
Yeah,
CC Bill. I pay my Sean Cody with CC Bill. Attention, CC Bill, I'd like a free Sean Cody membership for mentioning your name. But we did get to see our guest there that night, as well as our resident lap dancer was there, drunk off his ass, looking cute.
Like, hi, you guys. What are you doing?
Looking real rapey.
I'm just doing my thing. Just going around. Like, I'll see you outside.
I'm like, we'll see you outside, little angel. We'll see you outside, little Tyler. And that, after we left, that led to one of my favorite discussions I've ever had with Lady Red, which was Lady Red's 3 types of bottoms. Now, Lady Red, you laid it out for me that you have 3 categories for bottoms.
Well, there are only 3. A lot of people get confused because they always try to create new shit. You know what I'm saying? Making up words and shit. Don't do that. Just go ahead and take the real definition.
Okay.
So for me, there are 3 types of bottoms.
3 types. Okay, now,
so the
number
first
one.
Number one. So the first one is a power bottom, which we all know and love.
Power bottom.
Because they control their relationships and their lives, usually through the booty, with a joystick.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. Yes.
An internal joystick.
Just like that. They know what to do. I call them girls video gamers. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because they know how to work the joystick.
Yes, they do.
And then, of course, we have the under bottom.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so the underbottom.
Now, this is where we're getting to categories I hadn't heard about before, but that I really enjoy. Now, tell us, why is an underbottom called an underbottom?
Really, really simple. It's not that difficult. An underbottom is a bottom that you would never know likes dick until you see them up under it.
Yes.
Yes,
You don't know it's a bottom till they're under your dick.
Undercover is what I like to call them girls' nickname. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Snip, snap, snip,
And-
snap.
Right. And then, of course, we have our final bottom.
The third bottom.
Number 3!
And this is my personal favorite one.
So the third bottom is a very inconspicuous bottom. Someone who you know is a bottom, but you've never really seen them in action.
Oh.
I call them a piñata bottom.
A piñata bottom.
Yes, because we all know what piñatas are for. You beat them till the candy comes out.
Oh, yes.
Right. I mean, and sometimes you have big hunks that come out. Sometimes you have whatchamacallit all over.
Oh, my.
Sometimes it's a tasty Hershey highway. You never know.
Lady
You
Red.
never know. I'm just saying you never know.
Oh, my goodness.
And those are my 3 types of bottoms.
I enjoyed the definition you gave me earlier, which was a piñata bottom is a very festive bottom.
Yes.
But when you hit it, you never know what's going to come out. Well, our guest today has really probably busted open a couple of piñatas. And recently had his own piñata bottom opened up. So we'll have a lot to talk about with sexy porn star and escort of the year, Boomer Banks, right after this very gay break.
Yay!
Sexy nerd. In areas I like your man areas. You know I like to lick your middle-aged lady in my aerobics class, doing everything modified. Texting on the dance floor. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, it's the gayest of all time. It's gonna be the gayest of all time. Better make it out tonight. It's amazing. Rainbow Bride is the gayest of all time. Qween.
Our guest today was not only named Escort of the Year, but he also, first time out, won Performer of the Year at the Grabbies. Let's take a look at him at his finest.
You want it? You want this? Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bitch! And here he is, Boomer Banks! Yay! You were like, oh my God.
I don't watch my own porn.
You don't watch it?
Nope.
Well, can I tell you, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. I had to cut that down because just the entry, your entry thing was like, at like 45 seconds. The bottom's like, oh, what? Oh, what? Whoa, it's still going? Oh, crap. What, it's halfway in? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot to you? Like, people think they know what they're gonna get, and then they're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing. My huge, gigantic cock is a thing. Just a thing, whatever. No big deal.
No big deal.
Well, welcome to Hey Queen, darling. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy to see you.
Thank you for every boner is a blessing. That's amazing.
But it is. It's just like something we like to
It's a blessing
put
for
out
me
there.
too. It gets me paid.
It's been a big blessing for you, I bet. I'm so happy to have you here. I know you from New York City from back in the day.
Yes, New York City. Yeah.
I used to just look at you up and be like, ugh, look at
At the cock.
old Miguel up there slanging that big old dick.
Everywhere.
Just still one of my fondest memories, getting slapped in the face by your big, gigantic, beautiful cock.
I enjoyed slapping you with my big old gigantic boner.
But you also have one of the sweetest personalities of anyone with a gigantic cock who's a world famous porn star that I know.
I'm quite humbled.
Oh, humbled by your own power. So you just recently got into porn.
Yes.
This is like year and a half in.
Yes, that's it.
And so you were a go-go boy and a fashion designer, right?
Yeah. Well, the go-go happening because I moved to New York.
Right.
And I moved working for an amazing designer. And that
Who was it?
And that didn't pan out.
Okay.
And that didn't pan out. And so then I always had a fascination for nightlife.
Yeah.
In New York especially. It's always been an inspiration for me with design. And so then I was like, let's try go-go dancing. I had never done it before, ever.
But you did look good, and you knew what you had working with.
Well, it just became a thing, and my first little stint at go-go dancing was at the world famous Cock.
Yes, still the greatest bar known to man. If you go there and you're like, it's just a dark room, you're there too early.
Way too early.
Way too early. Don't go there at 10 expecting the legendary shows, darling.
No.
Go there at 3:45.
Yes, and you will see some shows.
You can go to the Cock at like 10 o'clock, not a
Nobody's
person,
there.
not a thing.
Nothing.
2 a.m., nothing.
Nothing.
3 o'clock,
Bam.
everyone's there. Calvin Klein, Alexander McQueen, they're all there.
What? Okay.
The ghost of
The
Alexander McQueen.
ghost of
is still there,
Alexander
actually.
McQueen. When Xander shows up, the party shows up.
Yes, the legendary Xander. When
Yes.
Xander shows up to the Cock, it's time.
It's time.
To get
Shows.
started, to
Shows.
give the shows.
Shows.
Still my favorite place, and still can't really remember anything that happens there because it's so dark that even when you're there, you come inside and you're like,
Well, see,
can't even see anything.
I see everything. 'Cause
Right.
I'm up
Yes.
and I'm looking down. It's a bit scary.
And you also have night vision after all this time working in nightclubs.
Yes, call me Hawkeyes.
So you were go-go dancing, working as a fashion designer.
Yes.
And then you were telling me before it was like trailing off a little bit. Like it was
It was
harder and
just-
harder to get attention and work.
Yeah, I mean, New York is, in fashion industry, New York is really hard to break into unless you know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, New York is about who you know.
Or you're a rich white girl with rich parents.
Well, at that point, that's all you are, is a rich white girl.
Yes.
You're not a designer.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But anyway.
So, yeah, I just figured I needed to up the ante and figure things out, and I was presented with an opportunity, and I took it by the balls, literally.
You sure did. You were like, you know what? I'm gonna Kim Kardashian this shit. I am gonna sex tape myself.
Kim Kardashian, Anna Nicole, Francois Sagat. Who
All
is
of them.
One of my total porn idols.
Yes.
That man is amazing, and he's such a sweetheart and been such a great support.
And so then you just went for it.
Yes.
So what was your very first scene?
My very first scene was actually on my 33rd birthday.
Really?
So I did, my Jesus year, I did porn.
Wow. On your Jesus year, instead of dying, you decided to get just as lean as Jesus
Well, the
and
old me
then go
died.
for it.
The old me died and the new me.
Right, Miguel went away and Booma Banks was born.
Yes.
And you just came into it cock-a-blazing because, like I said, first year you won Performer of the Year at the Grabbies.
And hottest cock.
And Hottest Cock.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Lady Red?
I heard it. I'm ready. See, I'm ready.
Oh, Lady Red came prepared for you, Boomer.
There better be hundreds in that.
Oh, it is. It is.
Pay attention.
It's all hundreds in Lady Red's role. And because also that year you won Escort of the Year.
Yeah, earlier that year, the Grabbies are Memorial Day weekend, and earlier that year, the Hookies. And
The classiest of all the awards.
of course, it's an institution.
It is.
Rentboy.com puts it on, and it's actually really fun. And actually this year I'm more of the production side of it, and we're having Alaska Thunderfuck be the host.
Awesome, that's gonna be a good one.
Shows, yeah, definitely. And so yeah, last year I won International Escort of the Year.
International Escort of the Year.
Sounds more fancy than it actually.
I like to call it the world's #1 super hooker.
I like super hooker.
Yeah, super hooker is the way to go.
I would like that to be on the plaque. Super hooker. It makes what's my superpower? Like, I don't know.
We know what your superpower is. It's right in your pants. We saw it in the clip earlier. Lady Red, what do you think his superpower is?
I think his superpower is being handsome and disarming.
Oh.
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah, okay.
Just went on a road trip with your big dick brother, Rocco Steele.
Yeah, me and him just did a scene.
You did?
It was my first only bottom scene.
What, you bottom for him?
Yeah.
Whoa. Now that was your first scene?
That's why I'm sitting like this.
Oh, girl. Now, Lady Red, have you ever seen Rocco Steele's dick?
No.
Okay, well, if Boomer Bang's dick looks big, Rocco Steele's dick looks real big. It's like a torpedo. It's like a submarine missile. It's like a submarine, not the submarine missile.
Thick.
It's like the submarine. It's like...
It's thick. Yeah.
So that was your first bottoming scene?
No. That was my first only bottoming. The scenes that I've done have been flip scenes.
Oh, okay. So your very first, which they were promoting just a little while ago, was like, Boomer Banks takes it for the first time.
But it was my first time taking it for the first time, yes, but it was a flip scene.
All right, but then for your gal pal, Rocco Steele, you felt safe enough to let him tear your ass up.
And you guys are going to be in for some good fucking. I took it like a champ.
I bet you did. Now, are you versatile in real life, so it was not a big change, or what?
It's not even. I guess I would say I'm versatile.
No labels, man. It's just no labels. I'm everything, man.
Yeah, it just depends on the person, I guess.
Oh, that's what I love about you. You do have a lot of love to give.
I'm a lovable
You are.
person, and I
You're
have it all. And
a lovable big dick teddy bear of love. Lady Red, one time at the Abbey, I had Miguel sitting right in front of me, and he just slowly massaged my wiener right as I stood there during the show.
You know what's
funny?
funny?
That is so sweet.
You know what's funny?
That's so sweet.
Lady Red, you know what's funny is as I was sitting here watching you guys do your intro, I was thinking about that time.
We had
sure
good
was.
times. Good times at the Abbey when you massaged my wiener during the
that's
show.
enough.
Oh, sorry. I got lost, Lady Red, thinking about that time. It was so wonderful.
You know I love nice wieners.
Oh, look, Lady Red's trying to hypnotize you over there with her roll of dollars. She wants her turn.
Me. What is she, Biggie?
Yes, she is Biggie's sister. The notorious D.I.C.K. of Long Beach.
Come on, Long Beach.
Come on, Long Beach. Now, speaking of drag queens, you love to hang out with drag queens. We noticed on your shirt you are wearing upcoming season 7 contestant, Miss Fame.
Yes, I totally am. I am a longtime friend and huge fan of her work.
And you were telling me you guys moved to New York together?
We moved to New York at the same time.
At the same time.
And we connected, and we used to go to the gym together, and just, you know, we were just really happy to be in New York.
Yeah.
And the jobs that we moved there for didn't pan out, but regardless, nothing, like, we would just walk down the street and we're like, fuck, we're in New York City. Like, anything could happen.
I mean, that's the thing. You move to New York to do something, and then New York just happens, and you just make it work.
You make it work.
You discover something new. You do your thing.
I've always said, if you do your thing, New York will be kind to you. If not, it's going to eat you up and spit you out.
Oh, yes.
And I've seen it. I sometimes I think about what happened to that guy, or what happened to that girl.
Yeah, what happened to old TT down the block who's living with
you go and look it up
JoJo?
on Facebook, and they're like, oh, you're back in Iowa.
Womp, 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 womp. But not Miss Fame. She's having her moment.
Yeah, she is having her moment.
You were telling me that Miss Fame's been having a little bit of shade thrown her direction.
You know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I get it too, but we're very spiritual individuals, and we just kind of give them love, because I think people that throw shade, that's what they need. They need love.
They do. You just got to keep.
I call them my
throwing love.
super fans.
They're super fans.
They're my super fans.
Oh, that's good.
I love it. I always screen capture them and then I repost and I tell my followers, we have another super fan.
Oh, I like that.
Give them love.
Give them love.
Their type of love, whatever it may be. At that point, I'm done.
I've just put it out there for you to do with what you will, everyone.
Very much that.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing Miss Fame on the
Yes,
season.
so pretty.
And then the two of you can just be like porn star, drag queen, super friends. Go on some kind of tour together. She'll do a
Yeah.
number, you show your dick, number dick, and you're done.
We have been talking with Mike Rees about doing an editorial together.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Very good. So you were International Escort of the Year. Have you had any special moments in your year of being the king of all super hookers?
I had a Pretty Woman moment.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. This is real. I'm not making this shit up.
I hope not.
can't
This
make
isn't
this
a
shit up.
storytelling show, honey. This is a truth show.
This isn't. I met this guy, and he was fucking beautiful, and he wanted to hire me, and I kind of just went for it, and I kind of let my guard down, and the exchange still happened for my time. For my time.
Okay.
And but still, like it was just the next day I hung out with him again.
Oh.
And then I hung out with him again.
Oh.
And then he came to New York. And I saw him.
And then he had a box, and he opened the box, and
I
you
was
put
like,
your hand in the.
No.
But you did get thigh-high boots and a spandex cross dress that you
Of course
wore?
I did. Come on. Come on with it. But yeah, it just it taught me a lot. And my boundaries need to not go down anymore, and they haven't.
Oh, because you kind of opened up to this rich man giving you Pretty Woman fantasy, and then it all went wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't say rich, but yeah.
Oh, that was the #1 problem. You can't, I don't know if you've ever actually seen Pretty Woman, but the ending is only happy because in the end, she's rich and he takes her away from all that. You can't.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't have the happy ending.
You can't.
There you have
There's
it.
no middle class version of Pretty Woman.
No.
That's just called normal life.
and
that's boring.
I had a somewhat Pretty Woman moment.
Now you're also a fashion designer.
Yes.
As one can see. Are you going to judge? If you please judge everything.
Yeah.
And that's what you came to New York to do, was to be in fashion.
Yes.
And you went to fashion school.
I did in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Here, Los Angeles.
Now, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Mexico, but I grew up in Los Angeles.
Okay, and that's where you went to fashion school here,
Yes.
and then you moved to New York
Yes.
to do it all. And what is your dream aesthetic? Like, what is the Boomer Banks aesthetic?
I grew up with an amazing mother who wore shoulder pads and
Yes.
Jumpsuits, jumpers, and like big hoop earrings,
Mm-hmm.
and very chola chic.
Yes, so your mama was your style icon.
Yes, she
giving it
was
to
amazing.
you.
So now, when I derive my inspiration from actual women, empowering women who show up and own it. And I've always thought that fashion is all about you owning what you're wearing and not it owning you, because then it just becomes boring.
Right.
And then there's just a piece of cloth walking down the runway or the red carpet. But my mother was always, she wasn't a designer, but she was a seamstress, so she was always recreating things that she bought from the thrift store, and it was always fun to watch, because I was an only child of a single mother, and I was always home with my mom. I was a mama's
And you're a
boy.
little faggot at home, soaking in all of the fashion that
Yes.
mama was doing.
Just like that too. I would go like that.
Yes,
my mom would
that's
be,
how
my
you
mom
soak
would
it
be
in.
sewing, and I'd be like, yes, give it to me.
Yes, mama. Literally, yes, mama, right, Lady Red?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. And so now that you've sort of broken big and now everybody knows you, it's your time to relaunch your fashion aspirations?
Yes, it is. But it's kind of taken shape in male form.
Well, because that's where your big fan base is.
Yes, definitely. I'm not going to abandon the women's stuff, but by all means, I definitely want to appease my fans who have been, I call them my bacon bits.
Okay.
They've been really supportive in that department, and I feel like more than anything, they are asking me when the fashion stuff is happening more than when is your next scene.
Right.
Which is kind of amazing.
Well, that's what your dream is.
Yeah, and they pay attention.
Well, darling, while we have you here, we thought it would be time to play a little game of Look at Her! Yay!
Hey!
So we're going to show you some of the men whose cocks and balls and assholes you've become very familiar with for at least a point in time, and I want you to tell me something about them. Something interesting, or shady, or fun, or good, or whatever, but don't just say, no, okay. Don't be doing that. You ready to play?
Let's do it.
Are you ready to play?
Let's play.
Yes! Look at her!
Who's that?
Ryan Rose.
I have not done a scene with Ryan.
You haven't done a scene with him, but you guys are Falcon friends, and I did see footage of you humping up on his ass at the Falcon Group launch party.
Was I humping on his ass?
Oh, you were. You
I
gave
think
him the
it's
old
because
pull
I think
down.
it is because I want to hump his ass.
Yeah.
And I want him to hump my ass.
Yes.
And that's in the making. So we're gonna hump each other's asses.
It must be difficult when two porn stars with very busy schedules want to hook up but just can't get it done.
Yeah, just that, you know, he's the busiest porn star, or busiest porn star in porn, or whatever he calls himself.
He's another busy super hooker of the ball.
I call him busy drag queen.
She's a busy drag queen. She's busy. Is he part of you? You once said that you wanted your fantasy was to be held down, tied up, and fucked by a bunch of guys. Is Ryan Rose in that category?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, look at him. He's beautiful. Yeah. Totally.
All right. Well, we'll put that on the list. First, number one is Lady Red, followed by Ryan Rose. Okay. Look at her.
Oh, her.
Oh.
Billy Santoro.
Yes, you've worked together.
Oh, yeah. Billy is... There's no way to work with Billy without, like, doing a billion takes, because he says the funniest shit on set all the time.
He does.
Like, you'll be eating his ass, and he's like, yeah, eat my pussy, eat my pussy. I don't want to eat your pussy. You're a man. I'm doing gay porn. Stop it. Shut up. And then the first scene that we just did a scene. So the scene with Rocco was, it was a lead into me and Rocco break-off scene, but it was a group scene.
Right.
And Billy was in it. And, but the very first scene I did with Billy, there was fake meat hanging. Well, not fake. It wasn't fake.
It was fake.
It was real.
Don't ruin the illusion. There was plenty of meat if the two of you were just there in person.
It was like, it's called Meat Packers.
Right. Of course. Lady Red, didn't you write the screenplay for that?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yes. I think you want to grab it for best screenplay.
Oh,
Lady
yeah.
Red's Meat Packers.
Yes, of course. He'll shine for him. Go meet.
Go meet.
And so he kept saying, oh my God, look at the meat flaps. And then he started referring, after I fucked him, to his meat flaps, that they were so
Oh my
loose.
goodness.
Yeah, that's Billy for you.
Just as also another tip, if Boomer is eating your asshole, don't say, eat my pussy. He wants to hear what? Eat my manhole.
There you go.
Yes, all right. Just another note for the tie-down orgy. Look at her.
Who's Rocco.
Rocco. Now, when did you guys meet? Just recently, or?
No, Rocco also lives in New York. We've known each other for a while before all of this stuff.
Because you guys all get newsletters from the huge, gigantic Dick Society.
We're in
and
that
you went to meetings?
We're in that society, and we meet every Tuesdays, and we wear pink.
Wonderful.
No, Rocco's an amazing man, and his voice. Have you heard his voice?
Oh, yes, I have. I've enjoyed seeing him demolish people. And
Yeah, just hearing.
fuck
I've
yeah.
never seen his porn, but we regularly see each other.
Well, you saw his porn in real life when he fucked you in the butt.
Yes. But his voice, fuck. Oh my God, yes.
And how did all that feel up inside you?
Amazing. And I'm
Amazing.
not lying.
Oh.
Like the minute it hit a point,
Uh-huh.
I was like, and then the director yelled cut, and I was like, no, I'm not done.
Oh, yes.
I mean, like I said, go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Go meet. Look at her. All right, now this this was your first flip-flop scene.
Yes.
I don't remember what his
It
name
was
is.
Qween, Sean Zevern.
Sean Zevern, okay.
This was Qween as my, Boomer's first bottoming.
First bottom scene.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun.
Tell me more. You've been very withholding, so now's the time to deliver.
I've been withholding. What are you talking about?
Did you not have a good time in the scene?
I had a great time, and I love that porn acting is an art, and acting was a very big part of this scene.
All right, we'll let that speak for itself. Look at her. Oh, that was just more of the same. I just wanted us all to see it.
Wait, no, I looked amazing.
You do look amazing. It's right there.
I look amazing. See, look, I look like I love it.
You do. That is some good acting.
Okay.
It was not your favorite. You did not. It wasn't no Rocco Steele.
Oh no.
No.
It wasn't a rocket show. No, it wasn't.
Now, last thing, can you give some people who are going to be doing bottoming scenes in the future some good bottoming faces from your repertoire? That's one. All right, all right. Now, let's take it it's a slightly bigger dick. Number 2. Oh, she's not having the number 2, okay? And then even bigger, it's a Rocco Steele dick.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, it's still subtle, but I like it. All right. Thank you for being here, Boomer. You've been a cunty delight, and you're always such a sweetheart. I'm always happy to see you.
A cunty sweetheart.
You're a cunty sweetheart. That's what you can coin yourself.
There's a difference. Cunty. I love that.
Yes, cunt and cunty are very different, honey.
Very different.
You're from New York, so we know the difference.
Cunty.
And darling, I have a cunty surprise for you. You snatched a trophy, honey. Yay!
All right.
And you act like you've never seen this show. You're like, what is this? That's your goddamn motherfucking trophy. And here's your goddamn motherfucking lap dance. Yay! Now get it good. Get it good now.
All right.
Get it good. Get it good now. Get it good, get it good, get it good, get it good. Yeah, put it in there. Whatever you want. It's all. It's
look, it's a shelf.
It's a little shelf. It's a little shelf for your award. Now, Tyler, impress him. He was the hooker of the year and the performer of the year. You have a lot you can learn from him. Oh, yeah. Make him want to get you in his next scene, Tyler. Yeah. Yeah. Lady Red, take us out with some Black Lady Screaming.
Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen.
Yeah. Keep dancing, kid. Keep dancing. Thank you, Boomer. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Hey, Queen.
For more Hey Queen, check us out on the stream.tv. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Daily Motion, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And we'll just have a gay old time, right, baby?
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Hey, Qween.